Hey there, listeners. This is Carrie
and Mackenzie.
Before today's episode, we want to remind you that the content in this episode is not intended as medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
The use of the information on today's podcast is at the user's own risk. Listeners should contact their doctor or other qualified medical providers for medical advice.
Now roll the intro. Thanks for listening. Please enjoy.
I mean, obviously, we're right.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Maybe you think I wasn't right with our dear movie this week.
It's true. The movie Black Narcissus, which we're going to talk about today, it's definitely about true madness, which is what we're talking about with our podcast, mental health, all that stuff. At the beginning of the movie, I was like, when is it going to get to that part? But there's a build up, Carrie, and I can be impatient, and I'm just like, I want results right away.
I cannot wait to really dig into it because.
Well, I want to hear all your thoughts.
I have so many. I've watched this movie since I was a little girl.
Really? This is the first time I've ever heard of it. You bringing it up is the first time I've heard of it.
It is okay. Here's a weird connection.
I know who Deborah Kerr. I know who the lead actress is, but that's it.
So it's based on a book
which I saw when I was doing my little research notes. I saw that.
Glenn.
Yes, and it was written in 1939. The original book, which was before World War I, because with some of the dialogue and some of the things, I was like, when they were talking about the state of the world and. Yeah. Sister Clodagh was talking about her background. I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely before the world order changed or whatever. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, okay. So the weird connection is that Rumer Glenn, who wrote the book,
yeah,
that is who inspired the name of Bruce Willis and Demi Moore's daughter, Rumer.
Which I figured because that was the only other time I've ever heard of the name Rumer, which is a great name, by the way.
It's amazing.
Rumer is a female writer? This is a female writer? Mm-hmm. I mean, I think you could use it for a boy's name, too, but it's just, a cool name. And the ways it's spelled, too. All right, you're leading this one.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hey, Kenzie.
Yeah?
What are we doing?
This is the Much Mad Myths podcast, and I am one of your co-hosts, Mackenzie.
And I'm the other one, Carrie.
I thought you were going to leave it as I'm the other one.
I almost did.
And then just people have to guess. So, yeah, we're talking about Black Narcissus.
Yeah. It was filmed in 1947. It came out in 47.
Yeah, probably filmed the year before.
Yeah. And interestingly, to me at least, is that I mean, you have this monastery or a brothel on a hill. And listen, I have a quote about that. I said...
Do you say that because of the look on my face? Because I have a thought coming. It's a coming.
Yeah, I said... It's not a palace. That's a brothel, because that's where the king or the general.
It was the old general, because there's lots of generals in this movie.
There are, and I don't know what they're generals of. Well, but they're there.
There must be.
Well, and there's a prince.
I think it was the prince's palace.
It was.
I don't know what's going on in this movie, Carrie. I don't know.
So the prince was about to inherit the title and everything because the older one had died when they got there.
Right, but isn't this India under British occupation? What prince are they talking about? I could not place this. I couldn't place this historically. I was not.
I didn't even look it up historically. But there's English because it was.
But England occupied. Yeah. It was part of their empire, India.
Yeah, they were a colony.
Right. I don't think that they had India did not have its independence yet. That didn't happen until after World War I. Or II. I'm sorry, World War II. And I don't know what was going on. I don't know if the general... Okay, I don't know.
Listen, and it could be that under English occupation, they weren't officially those people, but that's what they should have been, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know.
And so they've set up their own system of whatever. But, so
because
it was where...
The term general is that's an English term. Yeah. I don't think that would not have been a term in Hindu. Or what, I don't know what... they're not in Nepal. Aren't they close to Nepal?
They're in India. That's all.
Right, they're in India.
They're more in the Pakistani region.
Right. Yes. So, I'm assuming they're speaking Hindu. I don't know what the.
They do mention in the movie about. We only know one of the, the crazy one. She said, we only know how to speak like this type of Hindu, and they're speaking a different.
Right, because there's different dialects.
Yeah.
And there are different languages in India, too. It's just you don't know. This is information you don't know in the movie, which is fine. Leave it up to the imagination. It's just, when you're trying to explain this on a podcast, I don't really know what to say.
Well, I can explain it.
Okay, go for it.
You're lucky you have an interpreter.
Yeah, great. Then enlighten me.
So, you start out, you're learning about you see these nuns doing their thing. Sister Claudia is told by, it's not
Mother Superior.
Mother Superior.
Yeah. At one of the convents, which we don't know where the convent is. I don't know. It's in India somewhere.
Yeah. And they've been invited to come and set up a school and dispensary, I guess.
Which would be, I think, is like it's like an apothecary, like a pharmacy. I think
like
it's
an urgent care for that.
Yes.
Yes. So, Mother Superior, Sister Claudia says to her, "You don't think I should have gotten this?" And the Mother Superior's like, "No, I don't."
She did not lie.
She's
just too young. The idea is
she was very young, and she didn't think. She said, "You don't understand the isolation."
Yeah.
And you're going to have to keep these women together.
Right. You have to be a leader, basically.
And then,
yeah,
she says, "Oh, in a stipulation, we have this nun who's not been feeling well."
Right.
And I cannot remember her name.
Sister Ruth.
Sister Ruth.
So,
okay.
Yeah, because I'm going to be completely honest, and I might get this confused as we're talking about it. When they're wearing those habits, it's very hard to tell who is who with all of the actresses, because the only ones I can remember distinctly is Sister Claudia. She's the main Sister Superior. Sister Bryony she's pretty distinct. She's the one that works in the dispensary. But like
Sister Honey.
Sister
who
Honey
works with the kids.
Right, but she like looked and sounded a lot like Sister Ruth and Sister Lemony. Like, I got them confused.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I don't know.
Sister Lemony is older and does the garden.
No, that's Sister Philippa.
Oh, Sister Philippa. Well, who's Lemony?
Lemony was the one who was doing the garden. No, Philippa does the garden. Lemony was the one that, I think she was the one with the kids, because she's the one that gets freaked out later when the little baby dies.
Okay, but they call her Sister Honey because she's so sweet.
Oh, is that the same sister?
Yeah.
Oh. See, this is...
I always call her Sister Honey.
I know, but is her real name Sister Lemony?
Yes.
But her nickname is Sister Honey.
Because she's so sweet.
But she's one person.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. It was hard for me to keep this straight.
I was so excited to talk about this, and all I hear from you is, I don't get it.
I don't know. I was trying to pay attention. I was trying to
Were you watching while your children were in the same room?
I might have been distracted while I was watching. No, but I still think, but it was sometimes hard for me to keep straight Honey, who now I know is Lemony, and Ruth, and it's just between those two. But because also Sister Blanche, there was a Sister Blanche, or was she at the very beginning? I thought Sister Blanche came with them to the new convent. Because I put, one of my early notes was Sister Blanche is a wet blanket. Because she was hating on Sister Claudia at the beginning.
Oh, isn't that with that Sister Blanche? I'm going to look it up just a second.
I could be wrong. I could have just written down a random name. But I'm pretty sure Sister Blanche was one of the ones that went with them. She was like a negative Nancy.
I wonder if you would do better watching the new version from AMC.
Maybe. I think I'm going to watch it. But it's like is it a film or a TV show? It looks like it was a TV show.
It was on AMC. I was talking in my phone. Jesus.
Reverse it.
Okay, so she was, what was the question?
Who is Sister Blanche? Wasn't she one of the nuns that came with them in the group? Or was it only the 5?
Okay.
Sister Claudia, Sister Ruth, Bryony, Honey, and Philippa. So it might only be 5 nuns. And you're looking up the mysterious Sister Blanche, who I believe, I thought went with them, but...
well, they don't list a Sister Blanche.
So she must have been like a very... Okay, so then that means...
She was probably at the original nunnery.
Yes, and she probably was an extra, like a side character.
She was probably helping get everything.
Mother Superior and all that. Okay.
But
all right, forget Sister Blanche.
Okay. So, where was I?
We were
anyway, they make this trek up into the mountains of the Himalayas, up in the Himalayas.
Yep.
And there is a palace on a cliff edge, really.
I mean, it seems pretty cool. The location seems pretty cool. Although it wasn't even filmed.
It was filmed on a soundstage.
Yep.
Which I thought was fascinating because it looked really good.
I mean, for 1947, before CGI and all that stuff, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, I wasn't complaining.
No.
So anyway, they show up, and there had been monks there earlier, who had opened a school.
Okay,
but they were run out because somebody had died.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because Mr. Dean explains that. Yeah.
Well, and he explained Mr. Dean is the English.
Liaison.
Yeah, he's a liaison for that area for the British government.
Yeah.
Although I've never seen a British official in such short shorts.
Yeah, hoochie shorts. I'm telling you, he has some hoochie shorts on there.
Which led to lust by the poor nuns.
I mean, I think that was the whole idea. And also, he was shirtless half of the movie. So he's in these hoochie shorts.
India doing manual labor.
I know, but he's among women of the cloth.
Mr. Dean, who's played by, is it David Farrar? Mm-hmm. Mr. Dean reminds me of a man who gives not one shit.
I don't think he did. Mm-hmm.
No. And I don't think... okay, we'll get...
He's a pessimistic guy. He's like a...
He's a realist.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, he's lived there. He knows how things work.
Yeah, he knows the language, he knows the people.
And then you have I bet he called them do-gooders at some point.
Right.
You have these, and they're women, and you're putting them in this wild place.
He didn't give them much hope. He said, I give you until the rains break, is what he says early in the movie, yeah.
So,
meaning that they'll fail before that, basically.
Because, and it all goes to culture. Like, these nuns are coming in and telling these Indian people that, okay, whatever you were doing, heathen.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to come in because we're the white saviors. Mm-hmm. We're going to come in and clean you up and make you English.
Yeah.
Because that's better than what you are.
Well, and...
we're not going... They don't value or take care with local custom, local tradition. Like, they immediately, when they do the first tour of the house, of the palace, brothel.
Okay, speaking of brothel, before you get into the tour, while I was watching the movie, and they were talking about how this palace used to house all of these women that the prince, general, whoever, one of their leaders, would keep his women there. I had the meme in my head from the stand-up with Kevin Hart, that his joke, which is like, when did this become a whorehouse? I just kept thinking of that. Because I was like, is this what's going to happen with the nuns? So, yeah, that just kept playing in my head when they were talking. Every time they would talk about how it was a formal, essentially, it was like a harem, basically. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
They were his concubines.
Yep.
So... So they do the tour, and there is ancient pornography.
Oh, yeah.
Painted on...
Lots of murals of naked women.
Lots of murals of what went on in this house.
Oh, yeah, there's a big picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
That Sister Claudia and all the other sisters.
I mean...
They all gazed upon it.
They did.
And it didn't go away.
No, he told them. She told...
I know, but it still stayed up.
Did it?
Yeah, because later in the movie...
That's right, we see it.
Well, we see it because then the young general... Remember when he arrives later, halfway through the movie, and he's looking upon it, and there's the young girl, the one he runs away with. Spoiler.
Spoiler.
Which she looks like
Kanchi.
Kanchi, yes. Which originally I thought she was Elizabeth Taylor. I had to go back and look at the cast. Doesn't she look like a young Elizabeth Taylor?
And you can't tell me that there's not. As much as I love this movie, it's also problematic in certain ways, because that character Kanchi was played by a woman named Jean Simmons.
Yes. Who? Where do we know her from? She's a famous actress.
Yeah. British.
Yeah. She doesn't talk a whole lot in the movie, but...
No, she just gives...
She's supposed to be a
native
smizes.
Yes. A lot.
Well,
at the prince.
Well, yeah, there's a highly sexual scene in the movie where she gets beaten by Aya, which is
the caretaker.
She's
who is just a woman who I think she's half insane from living up there by herself.
I don't know. She is off her rocker.
Well, listen.
Is she supposed to be a native person, or is she okay? But she's also played. She looks very English. She's played by an English actress.
Yeah, but they said that Aya.
Yes.
That she had lived there her entire life. So I'm wondering if she was one of the king's bastard children.
Maybe.
That he had with a concubine.
It could be.
Because they said she'd been there her whole life, and now she lived up there and took care of it for them by herself.
Yeah, but she's beating Conchi, and then when the young general arrives and she tells him to take over it. Yeah, well, she gives him the whip, and he doesn't. He gives her a gold necklace. Conchi is kneeling in front of the prince, and she's looking directly at his crotch. Like, that's on film.
You know, that's just the height she was at. I mean, what are you going to do? Give me a stool, so I'm looking at his nipples instead.
There's no way we could interpret that scene as anything else, right?
Oh, no. Like, when she turned around, I was like, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then in the next couple scenes, we find out he ran away with her.
Yep.
And then then he says later to Sister Claudia, it's the story. He reminds her it's the story of the prince and the barmaid or the barmaid or the maid. I don't know, something. He took advantage of her. I don't know, Carrie.
I didn't think he took advantage of her. They're both young.
I know, but is she his? I mean, like, are they married? I don't know what the situation. What's the situation?
I mean, they don't really say.
Yeah.
But I don't think since they ran away, if she was just a concubine, he would have, screwed her right there and said, "See ya, bitch," and gone about his life.
I think maybe he cared about her or something.
I think. There had been some heavy flirting and.
Yes. There's lots of flirting in quotations in this movie because,
there are stolen glances, and he's very handsome. She's beautiful. So, I don't know. All I know is that the nuns got there and they just fucked up everybody's shit. Because the reason that Aya was beating Kanchi was because she's a peasant girl. She is not to look upon or to talk back. Like, she can't look at the...
She stole something.
Shouldn't be...
She stole the gold chain. Wasn't that why she was getting beat?
Yeah, it was the... Oh, that's right. It was the thing from the...
It was from the chapel. It was where they... It was the incense holder.
Oh, yeah. And she took the chain and made it a necklace.
Right, yeah.
So she was getting beaten for that.
Yeah, but the general gave it back to her. I don't know. It was just... Yeah, go on.
And it wasn't even his to give.
It wasn't. He just gave it back to her, though. I think because he was mesmerized by her beauty.
It's the
patriarchy.
I mean, it was that time, and they have a caste system.
Yeah. So
she was below him,
right? But I don't think that's talked enough about in the movie. That would have been more interesting to me.
I don't know about the caste system during English occupation.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure of that part. It's not important to the story, but
I know I would have thought it was interesting.
For people who are maybe have interest, I was going to have interest in that area.
Yeah,
would be more nosy about it. Mm-hmm. Like you and I would definitely be like, we're like, what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Context.
Yeah, I do. Well, because I like to place, I think things, especially if it's a particular setting in a particular time period, I think context matters. Now, for example, going back to our movie Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind, I don't need to know exactly where this is taking place. Yeah. And I know it's in the future, but I don't need to know the exact time. We know that there's, with that movie, as we've talked about, there's advanced technology about entering people while they sleep. They're, to delete memories. I don't need to know all the context, but this, I needed more context for this, I think. For my personal,
for your personal growth. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, growth. Yeah, whatever. But I mean, at the end of the day, is it necessary for the story? No. It's not. It's about...
But are we nosy and would love to know how that works?
Sure.
Yeah. So, and I guess I hadn't even thought about the caste system, but she was definitely Kanchi was at the low end of the caste system.
Yeah.
And so in the real world,
yeah,
like, they would never have gotten together.
No, I think, right.
He would have given her the palace to live in.
Yes. Well, and I think they only met because he was there at this nunnery convent, whatever, whatever you want to call it.
He wanted education and wanted to better his English.
Yes. And the nuns, Sister Claudia didn't necessarily want to teach him because he was a man.
Right.
Yeah.
She was like, it's for...
Yeah.
But why...
well, I think
it was the time.
Yeah, I think, because...
They might not have educated men and women together.
No, she said that, she said the brothers did it. Mm-hmm. I think there was some segregation.
And you know what happened to the brothers?
Well, yeah.
Well, not really, but we know they're not there.
The ones that were there before.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you think about Catholic education, even in the United States, there's a lot of those schools were boys and girls only. Even if you think about the area that we're from, there are girls' high schools that are Catholic and boy high schools that are Catholic.
Yeah.
So.
Aren't there like 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I do think that education is still...
There's also a boarding school. Anyway.
Yep. You want to talk about Sister Ruth?
Yes.
And her descent into madness, because that is what... Spoiler, that's what this is.
First of all, I just want to talk about the camera angles, because the bell that they use to ring to, like, tell people to come to prayers or to eat or whatever.
Yeah. It's on the cliff ledge.
It is on the edge of that cliff,
right,
and they have to climb up onto it.
Yeah, and if you think...
And then ring it.
Well, and if you think about the wind, because another just side note, if you have any aversion to wind noises, don't watch this movie on regular volume. No, seriously, it's the background noise for the whole movie. You just hear wind.
And Mr. Dean did make the comment to the nuns, don't stand too close to the edge because you can be swept off of the cliff. Which made me think of you in Ireland when you went to see...
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because, okay, let's talk about it. Because Ireland features in part of this film because Sister Claudia is from Ireland, and she has some flashbacks. And I had to, of course I did. I'm sure you're not surprised. I Googled where they shot the movie because in the scenes where she has flashbacks, I was like, oh, yeah, that's in Ireland. No, yeah, for sure. And I know they shot part of the movie in England. I was like, it could be England, but I was like, I have to be sure. And yeah, of course, it was in Galway. But Cliffs of Moher, it's on the western side of Ireland. These are cliffs, and they have signs there, and there is a divider. Like it's part stone, part wood. There's like part of it where it keeps you from the edge. But yeah, you're not allowed to climb over it because you will be swept away. It's windy. It's a cliff edge. Yes.
I just remember you telling me about these cliffs, and then you sent me a damn picture of you.
Me and a couple other ladies got real close to that edge, but we were on a grass part, and we got on it with our bellies. So we did get to the edge of the cliff, but we didn't stand. And then we kind of like slowly backed away and then stood up. But yeah, we were close. We could have fallen off.
I was none too pleased.
No, you and my mother both. She wasn't happy too. I sent that to her. She's like, what?
What are you doing?
Well, then later when she went and my dad went to Ireland and they saw it, they were like, oh yeah, it's very windy.
Yeah, Mom, I could have died.
Yeah, but it's, okay, but the Cliffs of Moher.
I did it for the gram.
I did it for my clout. I did it for...
She did.
Yep. But the Cliffs of Moher were definitely not as windy as supposedly this nunnery was, because all you hear in between the scenes is like whoosh.
And like they're sleeping with the windows open.
Well, probably because it's hot. I think it's hot in the summer. Like it's.
Yeah, but I don't know. They were just like, oh, the windows don't open. And then there were no air
conditioning, Carrie.
No. But they're like, the windows won't open. Next scene is Sister Claudia in bed with the windows open.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Where her windows did. Probably not the windows of the other parts of the palace or whatever. Yeah.
So, Sister Ruth, at the beginning, when Sister Claudia finds out she's going to be Isn't she a superior?
Sister superior. Yeah, so I think that just means she's in charge of this location, but she's not a mother superior where she's in charge of like a whole...
Nunnery. A full nunnery.
Yeah, not the sect. But the other thing is, do we know what sect of nuns they are? It's never mentioned. It's probably in the book. It probably is stated somewhere, but
Not
we don't
in the
ever.
movie.
No, we don't. Yeah, it's never stated that I can be for sure.
So anyway, Mother Superior,
Sister Claudia. Yep.
tells Claudia. I thought.
Mother Superior tells Claudia. You're right.
I think you should take Sister Ruth. It would do her some good. No.
To go into a higher altitude? Sure.
To go into a high altitude, total isolation.
Right.
Sure, she'll do great. But we don't know what's wrong with her at the beginning.
But now that we can look back, Mother Superior threw her under the bus.
Oh, she did. She's like, listen, I'm sick of dealing with her.
Yeah.
You can take her.
Right.
And maybe she'll fall over a cliff.
Right. And all Sister Claudia knows is that she's been ill and she's been, like, away from the other nuns.
Yeah, she's been resting.
Right.
The resting cure.
Yeah. Which I love that cure.
Well, Virginia Woolf was given the resting cure, but
we know how that happened.
But what gave her comfort and helped her feel better was reading and writing. And they said, no, you lay here in bed, you do nothing.
Maybe that's what Sister Ruth needed was some...
I think, you can edit this out, but I think Sister Ruth just needed a good fuck. I'm just pretty sure that's what she needed.
That's not getting edited out. That is being added. That's kept. But so here's the thing: we don't know that she's well. We don't see her until a third of the movie because they start setting up the new location in the palace. You know.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, because when Mother Superior was giving Sister Claudia tips on how to deal with Sister Ruth, she said, I think she just wants to feel like she's important.
Right.
So of course that means she starts. The way she interacts with people is just rude. The way she interacted with the children.
Yeah, she said that they were dirty and stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, that...
It's like, no, Ruth, you are. I know I am, but what are you? Or I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah.
I don't know. But
we're reverting to such childish tendencies.
But that's what it seemed like.
I mean, she was not nice.
She wasn't. And she got these weird, when they showed her face, a lot of times it was sweaty. She had a...
Well, yeah, because this is kind of going back to our episode about All of Us Strangers when we were talking about Adam being sick and unwell and then maybe leading to madness. I mean, I think that there's this underlying theme again that she's not well, she's sick, and she's sweaty. Maybe she's got some kind of condition. And Sister Bryony, when she's talking to Sister Claudia about Sister Ruth, she says that she said that she had a boil, she had headaches, and she said she had a boil on her skin, and that she had headaches, and then I wonder
if she did it to herself.
She had a fever. You think that she burned herself?
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know if they would have even thought of that, but I was wondering. And then if you had a fever, it probably got infected.
Possibly. I don't know, but she also had I don't know. Maybe she was. Listen, let's just again.
The woman probably just had migraines, and they
just migraines.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I don't know. She's very harsh. She very much wants to be the most important person in the room. Mm-hmm. She would love to be in charge of something.
Right. Well, didn't she get in charge of... Didn't Sister Claudia give her something, I thought? Maybe not.
You know what?
I don't remember what her job was.
It was menial.
It wasn't
It wasn't a big thing.
Yeah.
And I think the problem is she wanted to be important in a big way.
Well, what she wanted was Mr. Dean's attention.
And
Sister Claudia got a lot of it because she was Mother Superior. Or not Mother Superior, Sister Superior.
Yeah, and so that was his contact.
Yeah, that's who he's supposed to do all the dealings with.
Yeah, so, and of course, just any little bit of attention that she could get from Mr. Dean, to her, it's like high school. When girls are like, oh my God, he looked at me.
Right.
You guys saw it.
Right.
I love him.
Yeah.
So he only said one thing to her
right.
that we saw, or the first thing that he said to her that really
right.
made her...
infatuated.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's
a woman had come in bleeding, just tons of... She comes in with... And they had gotten it stopped, and and Sister Claudia said, well, why didn't you get Sister Bryony? Tells her...
Right.
She goes, well, it's... And she did save the woman.
Right.
And Mr. Dean, I guess this woman does something for him. Because he said, he goes, hey.
Maybe he worked in, or she worked in his house.
She worked along.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he thanked Sister Ruth. He said, yeah. And that was it.
That was it for her.
And it makes me wonder, had she ever had a kind word said to her in her life?
Well, yeah, because even,
because the nuns
I wonder,
weren't nice.
Because even Sister, again, Ruth is, there's probably
she's a difficult personality.
Difficult person is probably the kind way of putting it. There's moments where she's certainly bitchy. Okay, we'll just.
And that's coming from a professional.
I know, but let's just say I'm not.
I know.
I'm not judging her whole character.
No,
but,
she's harsh.
Yeah, but but Sister Claudia's harsh back to her, right? Like she'll,
there's no understanding.
Yeah, there's no compromise. There's no.
But
what?
Considering where they are.
Isolated, you mean, or just...
No, they're isolated. Sister Claudia is in charge of these women.
Right.
She knows this one's a little unstable. I think Sister Claudia, because she was young...
Yeah.
She was maybe a little harsher or a little harder on people than she needed to be.
She was trying to prove herself. This was a test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she had... to keep their shit in line.
Right.
They couldn't kill anybody in the village. They were told if anyone brings a child or an old whoever,
because it's like a superstition.
It's a superstition that if you give them medicine and send them back down and they die, they will assume that medicine killed them, their child or whoever.
And that's what happened with Sister Honey.
So Sister Honey, my goodness. There was a baby that came in.
I know, this kind of broke my heart because this baby's like the kind of the age of my baby.
Yeah, and he had a fever.
Yeah,
and
103.
He'd had it for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah,
and they couldn't get it down. And Sister Honey is just like, please, to Sister Bryony, just give her.
Maybe they didn't know enough at that time, or they just didn't have the resources. But when you have 103 fever for 3 days, that's the body fighting it, right? Like, the concern at that point, this is my medical background coming, right? The concern at that point is if it continues to be high and getting, because actually 103 is still pretty manageable, but when you get to 104 sustained, there's damage to organs, right? Like, most importantly, the brain, because that determines the function of the rest of the body. But you want to cool the body down. Mm-hmm. But then fever is a way of fighting the infection. So it's like kind of this like fine line of like how far do we bring the fever down if that's the main way of the body's ability to fight the infection. Right. So, I wonder. I just think they didn't have enough resources. There are ways to bring a fever down if they could just put them in like
an ice
cold.
bath.
Yeah. Not that they really had ice up there, but like they could have just put him in the river if it was a cooler temperature to bring his temperature down a little bit. I don't know.
But I also think Sister Bryony was like, I'm not giving any advice of any kind.
Right, probably because of that thing of
except to say, go back and just let him rest.
Right, well, because she said specifically, let him go back and be with his people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
yeah, we're not going to keep him away.
Yeah, but honey,
we don't want. Sister Honey secretly secretly took
castor oil, right?
Castor oil.
Yeah, because that's what Mr. Dean drank too. Because he, So eventually, the long story short is, Sister Honey gives the mom something to give the baby to help him and make him comfortable, and according
to Sister Honey,
who does not know what she's doing,
right?
And the mother gives the baby castor oil, and it kills. Either that or the infection, whatever. He dies, and the people are upset. They stop coming, but originally they were being paid to come to the convent nunnery, the palace,
and they said to Mr. Dean, I think, said to Sister Claudia, he goes, right, he pays them. Mm-hmm. Until it becomes habit, and then he stops.
Right.
So
at that point, I don't know if they'd stop being paid or not, but they did not come after the baby dies. They didn't come anymore.
Which, from what I understand, similar situation with the monks who were there before.
Right.
So,
but nothing comes to. The concern was Mr. Dean said that the monk or whoever had harmed the other person before that person was killed within 24 hours of that other person dying. And nothing came to Sister Honey. They didn't come and get her. There was no pitchforks or anything like that. So
no, but yeah.
Yeah, it was after Christmas, wasn't it?
Because Mr. Dean and the prince show up.
Mr. Dean was drunk, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful singing voice, though.
Yeah.
And so they leave. And when does he come back and tell her that the baby died?
Time is a moving circle.
It's a construct that yes. we do not adhere to.
I don't know. So we can go by the seasons of like what is being told us or what's being shown to us on the screen. I don't know. The only thing I know about is Christmas. I don't know.
This is what I wanted to ask you because the women, like Sister Claudia tells Mr. Dean that since she'd been there, she had started thinking of a man she used to know.
Yeah, which is Con. I think it's short for Connor. But yeah. Or Conrad, who knows.
And she tells Mr. Dean, she said, I loved him, I wanted to marry him, but he didn't want to marry me. Mm-hmm. And she makes the comment, and I showed him that I loved him. So so that made me wonder if that's why she joined the order, because she had sinned and she'd given away her virginity, and now
she was useless to another man.
So
yes,
like even Sister Philippa, who totally fucked up the garden.
And she was losing her shit, too.
Yeah. Instead of planting vegetables, she planted flowers.
Right.
And then she tells Sister Claudia, I need to go home. I need to leave here.
Right.
And she said, I feel a connection with this place, and she said something like, I want to make it happy.
Right.
Or I want to do... So it made you definitely feel like there was something mystical.
Yeah,
to this place.
Yeah, I was going to say, I felt like, was it haunted or what?
But
I don't know.
This is what I'm wondering and what I wanted to ask you with your credentials.
Yeah.
What can... I understand they were around people.
Yeah.
But those sisters were alone on the top of a mountain. Mm-hmm. What does isolation like that, what does that do to people mentally?
It can do a lot of things, but I think it has to do with your mental resiliency, because there are certainly people that go live out isolated in the woods and can survive and are just fine, right? They can rely on themselves. This group had a better survival, I guess you could say, chance because they could rely on each other and they weren't just on their own. But, I think I don't know how mentally resilient these women were, say.
I mean, even though they were nuns and they had probably seen some hideous, horrible things, like helping people, but I think they were quite sheltered.
Yes. Well, I mean...
Because the church took care of everything.
Yeah. Well...
And now you put this young woman...
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you have all that time on your hands to think, like, okay... This is where I am in life. How did I get here?
Well, in my notes, Sister Philippa had said, you're bringing up, what was going on with her and how she lost it. And even though she was in charge of the garden and supposed to be planting all of their food for like the year in those gardens, and she just chose to do flowers. She had said to Sister Claudia that she started thinking about the things I wanted to forget before I joined our order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and...
But Sister Claudia's solution to that was work until you're too tired to think of anything else. Okay. Great.
I'll work myself until I drop dead in the field. Thanks.
Yeah, don't recommend that as a mental health professional.
No.
Nah. I mean, distractions are good, but you don't want to overdo it. Too much of a good thing or too much of a thing becomes a bad thing. So.
And I know when I have a lot of time to just, I'm in my head a lot anyway. Mm-hmm. I could not imagine being trapped with my own mind.
Up on a mountain?
Yeah. With
the wind always in the background.
Wow. Okay, so...
Yeah, I just think that
collarbones and wind.
I think it was a cultural shock. I think it was an isolation where it was just the 5 of them. I think that maybe the altitude also probably messed with people.
They do mention about how tired they are.
Yeah, well, they can get altitude. They're probably getting altitude sickness, which will affect your brain in your body, but then also too the wind in the background. I just think it was not the best for them.
No.
So I think it is not surprising that one, Sister Philippa is not doing well, and that Sister Ruth loses her shit. So,
but Sister Ruth, I mean, she didn't need much of a push.
No, right.
No,
she was already at the previous
already...
comment. She was already going.
Yeah.
But so what happens to her, Carrie? Why don't you fill the audience in?
Well, she sees Sister Claudia and Mr. Dean talking at night.
Yes.
And she had decided previously, like she decided that she was going to leave the order. Is that what you say? Leave the order?
I get, yeah.
I'm not Catholic. Can you
I
tell?
think, yeah, you leave. Yeah, I mean, she's not going to get excommunicated. Like, that's, that's where you can't practice, you're get rid of her vows, she's not going to take her vows anymore. Well, the thing is, like, the way it's supposed to work with when you're in as a nun, becoming a nun in a convent, and for priests, it's the seminary or whatever. When you finish that, you take your orders and you take your vows. So I think she wanted to, like, get rid of her vows. I don't know what the word for that is. But
divested? I don't know.
Something like that. But,
I don't know.
Yeah. But that was her ultimate goal.
Well, and her ultimate goal, like a crazy person,
right,
decides, I shouldn't say crazy, that's rude, but she was unwell.
Carrie uses that word loosely.
Yes.
Yeah, she was definitely unwell.
Yeah, and so she puts on this red dress that she had ordered.
Right, yeah, and a little Joseph, who was their interpreter.
Who was like 6.
He was so cute. Oh my God.
And
he's probably my favorite part of the whole movie.
He was the only one around who spoke really good English.
Yeah, he was so cute.
Because the monks had taught him.
But he had the package. He thought it was for Sister Claudia. And then
he said all male.
Oh, right, goes to her. Yeah, but Sister Ruth, like, snatched that out of his hands and said, don't you dare.
Makes me think of Lana Del Rey.
But this is my question. She ordered it special, right? It came from one of the cities. Mm-hmm. How did she get an order out? They are so isolated.
She probably wrote a letter.
With some money? How do they have money? How does she get all this stuff? What is she doing? This is the information we don't know. How did she get the money? Unless maybe she wrote to family. Maybe she wrote to a family member to send her money, and then
all we know is that she ordered this red dress.
Which was a pretty dress. I liked it.
It was. However, she comes out. Her eyes are wild. She has this red lipstick. She almost looked like the Joker. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, with her makeup and stuff.
Very white, pancake almost makeup. And
there was lots of choices with there were certain choices with makeup and the wardrobe with Sister Ruth when she, Oh, her hair was cute, though. She had somehow curled her hair.
I think her hair was probably naturally curly.
Yeah, no, but, like, she had it up in pins and stuff. I'm just wondering... She had it pulled back. It was almost in victory rolls, even though, this was filmed after.
I think her hair was short.
No, it was it was back. Watch the movie again. I know you've seen it before, but it's rolled back. It's like in victory rolls.
I have a question.
What?
Do nuns just let their hair grow, or do they keep it short?
As far as I know, I think they just let it grow, and it's under the habit. Mm. But I know nuns that have cut their hair short. They're supposed to cover their hair anyway. That's what it says in the Bible, is to cover yourself. So
I'm aware.
I don't have the verse for that, but whatever.
I don't either. But I do know at the church I grew up in, there were women who would wear like a white thing pinned in their hair to cover it. Yep.
So I think it depends on the nun, but I definitely don't think her hair was short. It was curled back, Carrie. And then I'm also thinking, how did she do her hair up? There's, like, no electricity at this joint, and...
So, anyway, she decides, she's going to put her red dress on tonight.
It's her big finale.
Like Alana.
Yeah.
And...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I almost sang it, and then I thought, copyright.
Yeah.
But, she decides to go down the mountain. Mm-hmm. In the dark, by herself. You can hear the animals... Yeah. In the jungle.
Well, yes, I know. It's amazing that she got down to Mr. Dean's house. But before she goes there, she has this big confrontation with Sister Claudia. And that's where you see her, like, maniacal in a manic almost... But it's more calculated, I would say. But she's, like, putting on that lipstick you're talking about. And with her eyes, and she's supposed to look unhinged. I think that's, like, the idea.
And she does.
Right.
I think they reached that goal.
Yeah. So, like you said, almost like the Joker, but not quite.
And... Like, she has it, Sister Ruth has it somehow in her mind that Sister Claudia is trying to move in on her man.
Right, which there's definitely, okay.
I think there's chemistry.
Yes, he likes her. And there's parts in the movie, toward the end of the movie, when all this stuff, we'll get to it here in a second, but when all the stuff with Ruth happens, Mr. Dean says to her that she's like softer and she's kinder through this whole experience because she came in such a hard ass, like gotta prove herself, and she's learned some things, right? And so, yeah, he definitely flirts with her, and he's definitely like...
And she told him that she wasn't a virgin.
Yeah.
Which back then,
and he's in these hoochie shorts, like, I don't, who's to say
you don't
something
know what's
going to
pop out and say hi at any moment.
It's questionable.
Yeah. I thought I might have seen testicles at one point, but
I don't think he wore pants. No, he wore pants when it was cold. But like seriously, if it's hot,
he dressed up for the church service, but he was drunk off his.
He had his beer jacket on that evening. Yeah, but so what happens with Ruth? Yeah, she goes down to see Mr. Dean. She goes
down to see Mr. Dean and
professes her love.
Says, she knows what he's been trying to say, like a stalker.
Yeah, she's delusional at this point.
She's very, And he, just yells at her, and he's like,
Well, yeah, he does the appropriate thing when somebody's delusional, yelling at them.
Yes. Well, he tells her she has to leave.
Yeah. Well, I don't advise the way he went about things, but whatever.
No.
This is also 1947, so,
he...
No high hopes at this point.
I don't know. I wonder if he had dealt with, I wonder
something
if the
like
monks...
that before? Oh.
I wonder if the monks had gone a little loopy themselves, and he knew what that was. She was mad.
Yeah.
And so he says, I'm taking you back up there.
Yeah.
And she all of a sudden just
And Carrie means mad as in Looney Tunes mad.
Who?
You. Well, because you said she was mad. So you could mean that she's angry, which...
In every way that you can use mad, that's what she was.
She was certainly all of it.
And she all of a sudden just comes out of that crazy, manic state and goes, no, I can go myself.
Yeah, because she loses it. She slumps over. Oh, that was what I thought was really interesting. So in this movie, when Carrie is talking, after Carrie had explained when he's yelling at her because he has this big emotional reaction, like the, if I'm going to be stereotypical, like a typical man does in certain situations, but
men are so emotional.
No, women are so emotional.
I can't stand it.
But when he's yelling at her, she I don't know if she disassociates or whatever, but she sees red. Do you remember when the camera went red? So I think that was because you're seeing it from her perspective because he's in the camera when they're shooting this shot. He's in the camera.
Yeah, and I wondered, what did she pass out? Was that a signal that she had just completely broken with reality?
Or was it an aura though? Because she has these migraines. So this was the other thing I was thinking about because she's been ill, right? And so when people have migraines and they have seizures, sometimes they'll have auras where they see things and sometimes it's colors. But I think it was in the height of the emotions of that scene. Yeah. I think she was upset and she was seeing literal red. But she does become slumped down. She goes into a chair, then falls out of it. And then, like you said, she's in a different state. Mm-hmm.
Well, and I think that's because in her mind, she's like, there's only one way to deal with this.
Well, yeah. And what is that, Carrie?
Let's march up that mountain and kill Sister Claude.
Yeah, but before that, she, terrorizes her because she's sneaking around the convent, and Sister Claude is, she's in the chapel, and she hears all these noises, and she comes out, and then she sees Sister Ruth, slinking everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they do another makeup job on Sister Ruth's, and so when Sister Claudia goes out to the bell, is she ringing it because it's dawn at that point?
It's dawn. Yeah.
Right, so she's ringing the bell because it's dawn.
It's like, hello, wake up.
Yeah, but then Sister Ruth is there. You see her, coming out of, the archway that leads into the palace,
the courtyard type.
The courtyard, yeah, but her makeup's even more unhinged. Mm-hmm. She's, all red, super white. Her eyes are, almost black. Which, I think that was just a lighting trick or something like that. I definitely don't think that was any contact situation, but yeah. But she's lost it. And then she, as Carrie said, well, you didn't say it yet, but she pushes her off the ledge. Mm-hmm. She tries to, but then she's holding on by the rope.
So there's a struggle. She makes it back up.
Well, and then with the way their weights.
And because the bell was being rung so many times, Mr. Dean... What was his problem? That he knew she was not right.
And he didn't do anything about it?
And he sent her back up. It's like, you should have gone up.
Well, he must not have cared very much, though, right? Like,
yeah,
he probably didn't care very much about her.
He was probably like, she'll get eaten by something.
Yeah, not my problem, right?
Yeah.
Not my circus, not my monkeys. He sent her on her way.
Yeah.
But then he, like, is...
But if he is in any way has any kind feelings towards any of those nuns that are up there, why would you send a woman? They're on a cliff.
Why do you think that something bad's not going to happen?
Yeah.
I don't know. He did say later he was sorry to Sister Claudia about what happened with Sister Ruth, but, like, it's like, dude, you could have prevented all of this from happening. Like, you could have gotten her help. But, I mean, like, is this just something, back in the day, Carrie?
He's like, oh, it's some crazy woman.
Well, but people were thought to have to take care of themselves when they were having things like this happen. It's like, okay,
go get yourself together.
Yeah, go pull yourself together. But who knows,
Has that ever worked on anyone?
I don't know. Doubtful. Again, you have to have this resiliency factor if you're going through something that you can actually, like, help yourself. But Ruth was too far gone. Here's the difference. Let's do a comparison. The two people who struggled the most out of the nuns who were in this movie, Sister Philippa and Sister Ruth. Philippa asked for help. She told Sister Claudia, I need to be transferred. You got to get me out, okay? Sister Ruth also wanted to leave, but she didn't do it that way.
No, and like you said, not only resilience, but when you are in that state of mind, you're not thinking clearly. You don't know how, or you don't even think to ask for help.
Right.
You're just like, well, this is what I am now.
Right. I don't know.
This is normal.
Right. With this movie, I think this is more of a case of, like, somebody descending into madness. I don't know if this is what we could say is like a typical depiction of somebody who's developing something like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder. I mean, maybe you could make that argument. These are younger women. I think Sister Bryony and Sister Philippa were, like, a little bit older, but Honey was definitely younger. So was Claudia, and so was Ruth. They were all younger. So I don't know. We know statistically that those women could have been developing signs of those more severe mental health disorders, but
all of them? I mean,
no,
not all of them, but, like,
I mean, to your point,
but then you have Claudia. Is it just, like, mass hysteria?
Maybe.
During mass.
Mm-hmm. Pun intended. But I don't know. I mean, I think that's your point, right? I think it's because of the situation, right? Because it's not like they could all have gone mad.
Well, and I'm not sure. I think when you talk about resilience, I love that because Ruth didn't have the resilience, but Claudia and Philippa did.
Yes.
So.
And Mr. Dean does too, to an extent, because, like, he's in this environment. This is not his native people. Mm-mm. He's a agent of the British government, whatever you want to say. He's a person that's a liaison, and he has to live amongst these people. But, again, he's gotten help from them. But, like, if you're out of your element, if this is a complete culture shock for you, you have to have some resiliency, and he did, which is why he's been able to survive. But yeah, there's different levels of it, but, like, you have to have some of it if you're going to be able to do okay under the threat of or under the strain of stressful situations.
But I guess I'm wondering if you have the case of two women who are just affected by altitude and thinking about their past because they have all this time, but then you have Ruth who's actually mentally ill.
Yeah.
And it pushes her over the edge.
Or
literally.
She could have had something. I mean, like, we could argue and we could suppose forever whether Ruth had something like meningitis or if she had something that was affecting her brain, like, I don't know.
Yeah. So, because I was going to ask you what mental health issues did you think Ruth had?
She definitely had some psychosis, but I just wonder if it was, like, again, like we've said, as a result of the isolation, the altitude, her maybe having a virus as well.
Yeah.
Like some kind of a virus because like you said, there are multiple scenes where she looks clammy and she looks like she's perspiring.
Probably syphilis and her brain's being eaten.
Maybe in that time, this is something that, there were not steady treatments for syphilis. People died of syphilis. People still die of syphilis if it's not caught right away. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And again, they are so isolated. They have very little treatments for these things. So
I wanted to ask you another question about movie tropes.
Oh, okay. Ask me. Ask away.
Oh, I'm trying.
Okay. If you get to your notes.
Okay. I put on my notes, trope alert.
We're gonna use that. We're using that from now on. Trope alert.
I wish we had like a siren. Trope alert. Wah.
Trope alert.
Do women only join convents after a tragic love affair?
Well, we definitely know Sister Claudia did. Did the other women?
I kind of thought that maybe Sister Philippa, because she says that she's been thinking of the things.
Right. She wanted to forget things.
She's been pulled into her life BV before vows.
I was taking bacterial vaginosis.
God.
But that's what BV is.
Well, in this context.
Okay, before
not
vows.
In a medical setting, that would be before vows.
Yeah, I mean, because
I think I just have seen it a lot where, why did you join? Oh, my fiance died. And I just couldn't go on, so I joined I almost said coven.
Different type of group of women, but yeah. I think that
different nuns.
I think that there's women that join covens for that reason as well, but I guess to answer your question,
it's like to escape that life and to just go, and they don't need love. They just need to be married to God.
Well, but think about the options that women had, though.
Right.
I think at one point,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But in movies,
well, yeah, because
it seems like that is a very common thing. Like,
yeah, because
even in police shows, my God, people go and hide out in the convent and try to forget their past. And
well,
I've yet to see too many of the nuns who have joined out of their love for Christ.
Okay, so here's my
and his church.
Here's my very realistic and maybe practical take of it in terms of, because what we're really talking about is filmmaking and storytelling, right?
Right.
What makes a woman joining a convent interesting?
Oh, they're there with all the ladies.
Yeah, that she has some kind of like dark or tragic background, right? What?
I was thinking men would think, nuns, all women.
Like, why would women want to be with a bunch of other women?
Yeah, for sexual reasons. So.
Yeah, because I just don't think it's as interesting if we're going to talk about it on film that a woman joined a convent because of her love of God and wanted to serve the church, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's just not as interesting. So I think when we look at it on film and we're looking at it from storytelling, I think it's more interesting for us character development-wise that she has some assorted background.
I just think it would be nice if at least a few times you see someone joining the convent because of their love and dedication to God. Christ to Christ and his church.
Yeah.
And that's what they want to do. They want to serve. But no. Then you get in shows about priests.
But what about The Sound of Music? Isn't that what what's her face did? Did she have a bad background? I can't remember. What's her face? You know what I'm talking about.
Maria.
Yeah. Maria. Yeah, but didn't she join because of her love of God? But then she fell in love with
Von Trapp.
Yeah, see, this Sound of Music is not my favorite movie, so
I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I love that it's anti-Nazi, but that's about it.
Like when I was younger, I could watch it a couple times, whatever. Right. But now I'm just like, dear Lord, no. Yeah. Even though I love Julie Andrews,
she's amazing.
She really is.
She's a her and Betty White, and we got a lot of legends and women that are just pure gold.
Yep.
Anyway, but I thought Sister Maria had joined because it was a love of God.
I guess. I don't know if they had that much context to her.
I don't know. I think that I don't know too many movies about nuns.
You know, Maria, I think you see nuns more in like Law and Order and stuff like that. Like they'll have
TV shows and stuff.
Stories that deal with the priest. I just watched A Criminal Intent. SVU, not SVU.
Yeah, your mind is definitely on Law and Order. Because I was just also thinking about the movie Doubt, and so like Meryl Streep's movie, like her character, I think she joined because of one. I mean, she served the church and she protected people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, again, I don't know what her character's backstory is though.
And I'm not. See, to me, that
and Amy
movie.
Adams, that's such a good movie.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just.
However, I am not sure. In Doubt. I mean, I get what I'm not sure it was so clear cut in doubt that Philip Seymour Hoffman was abusing kids or boys.
I think it was left up to the viewers'
interpretation.
Are we supposed to cover this movie at some point? Because
I don't think we've put it on a list.
Oh, okay. I guess we could.
Well, there's another one for the list.
Yeah, but I mean, as a brief just aside about that, yeah, I mean, I think she talks about some evidence, like Meryl Streep's character talks about there being like evidence and like suspicions and again doubt. That's where the movie title comes from. But yeah, you're right. I think it lives up to the audience's like discretion about like how believable you think that this person is. But he also doesn't make himself seem super innocent. You know what I'm saying? No. Like I just.
But is it that I always analyze it like, okay, is he like being obvious or is he doing nothing wrong and just being nurturing, and he's not even thinking that, so...
This movie, I think, came about after everything that happened with the church.
Yeah. So, did you ever watch Spotlight?
Yeah, great movie.
Love it.
Yeah. One of Michael Keaton's best, and I'm a big fan of Rachel McAdams, so...
Yep.
And one of our boy, what's-his-face is in there? Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how I say he's our boy, but we have such fondness from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So, yeah. So I think, the way that the movie just ends is just like after Sister Ruth's death, and then Sister Claudia's like, yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna go take a step down situation.
Well, I don't really think they had a choice because no one was going to come up there.
The people kind of had come back up there because it was springtime. It was like, I mean, some time had passed, I think. After her death, this wasn't like right away, but
right, because that was more winter, cold. Yeah, this was spring because they wouldn't have been able to leave the mountains probably in winter.
I think that she lost confidence from the Mother Superior and about.
Although they don't say that.
No, but that I mean, if you're I think the stress was too much. I think she wanted to leave.
I think if you have, I don't know, what was I saying? What were we talking about?
We were talking about her leaving.
I think anyone, no matter how high up they were, if you end up with a death, and then you have the people being wary, it's just like, forget it.
Scratch it.
Let the concubines have it back.
Yeah, no, but I think the sisters were staying. Wasn't Sister Claudia?
They were all going.
They were all going? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
But Mr. Dean stopped and talked to Sister Claudia.
Oh, I got it.
I thought it was interesting when she thought back to the man she was in love with.
Her flashbacks?
Her flashbacks.
Yeah.
That he kept saying to her, the boyfriend.
Khan.
Yeah. He's like, don't you want to leave? Don't you want to go somewhere else? And she's like, I want to live here forever.
Listen, I had some issues with Khan. This is going to be like my final thoughts for this movie. So there's these flashbacks for Sister Claudia about her life before, because again, as Carrie has mentioned multiple times, all these women are up there thinking about their past lives and, maybe how things could have been different. Or
how did I get on this? How did I end up in this brothel on top of a mountain?
When did this become a whorehouse? Just multiple times. That was my thought. Multiple times in this movie. But anyway, in these flashbacks with Khan, there's the particular one where they're fishing and you see this great landscape. And again, it's in County Galway, which is beautiful in Ireland. And he says, like you said, yeah, don't you want to get away? And he said that he said to Sister Claudia that she would not understand, like, him or why he wanted to leave. And he said, all I'm going to be doing with my life is hanging around Ireland waiting for this. And I was like, sir, you have the perfect situation. Why are you so upset about this? I will take your spot. If I could just hang around Ireland waiting for whatever, I would.
I didn't find him to be warm or caring towards her.
No, he seemed like a jerk.
Yeah. He did give her that pin at Christmas in that one flashback.
Whatever.
And she was expecting a ring.
Yeah, I think that was a sign, girl. He ain't into it.
And he left for America with his brother.
Bye-bye, Khan.
To go meet his brother, yeah.
Yeah. And then she went to a convent. And
she joins a convent and ends up in India. And she never wanted to leave Ireland.
Probably had a more interesting life than he had. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not sorry for that situation ending.
You know what I think would be interesting?
Tell me, Carrie.
If we watched the new version to see if...
And compare and contrast?
Yeah, and see if any more context is given.
Sure.
Because it's longer.
Yeah. Is it a movie or is it a TV show? I thought I saw it was a TV show.
It's a limited series.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can certainly watch it.
I think there's 3 or 4 episodes.
Let's do it. It'll be a bonus. We'll do a bonus episode.
All right.
Okay. Okay, final thoughts. I'm between a neutral stance on this movie and liking it. I definitely didn't love it because, as I've said, there's kind of moments throughout the movie I'm like, what is going on? And I also didn't love the wind background noise.
Oh my God.
No, seriously, it did something to me. It was
no. Did you start thinking about your past and how you got here?
I was like, I'm being hypnotized. I'm being put into a disassociative state. But yeah.
Oh, those are fun.
I don't know. I would say there's parts of it that I like it, but I don't know if I'll ever watch this movie again. I definitely will watch the newer version because I want to compare and contrast, but I don't know. It was okay. It was not bad. I didn't hate it.
I think I have a lot of love for this movie because I've been watching it since I was little and I would watch it. Okay.
Who had you watch this when you were little? Oh, okay.
We watched a lot of TCM because as an evangelical child, there wasn't too much I could watch.
This is something you were...
I mean, that's what...
That was wholesome television,
I watched
Carrie.
Green Acres. I watched the Beverly Hillbillies.
You probably watched Little House on the Prairie?
Oh, yeah. And then the one Halloween episode of Little House scared the shit out of me and I had nightmares. And
there's been a transformation, though, of TCM. Like, it used to be all of that, but then there's been a lot more variety of movies on there now.
Yeah, we subscribe. We have a subscription to HBO Max. Yeah. So we just have the app. And they have just... Well, also, as we age, the things we love become vintage.
Right. But so you love this or you like it?
Oh, the movie?
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. I mean, I think that's fair. You and I aren't always going to agree.
Well, that's it. Get out. Sorry, we can never speak again.
I know. Our friendship's over. Did you pick last time or did I pick? Didn't you pick?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's my turn.
And I was very excited.
All right, ready?
Did you rattle?
No, I didn't. Oh, I gotta
Want me to hold your mic?
No, I didn't, because I don't think it hasn't been shaken in a little bit.
Did you say chicken?
Shaken, bacon. Here we go. Oh, that's a better pop.
Oh,
okay.
That was nice.
All right. The next movie is... I'm going to get down at the bottom. Let's see what this one is. I'm trying to only pull out one, but there's so many in this jar. All right. Next one will be... Silence of the Lambs.
Jesus Christ.
I love this movie.
It's one of my favorites. But
Clarice.
My husband will sometimes come up to me and go, Clarice.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Nice.
My favorite movie from that.
The trilogy. Well, not
there's 4. I think.
Yeah, it's the
Red Dragon is my favorite.
It's also my husband's favorite.
It's also the best book of the series.
Ed Norton I love him.
I do too.
And Primal Fear, I think, is on the list.
I was just going to say, is Primal Fear on the list?
It's on the list,
okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I think it's in here somewhere, but yeah, Primal Fears. Oh, great, good movie. Speaking of the Catholic Church, spoilers. But anyway,
let's just watch movies that we have horrible opinions about, things like politics and religion, and see how far we get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here are our controversial opinions.
Let's just watch all of Edward Norton's movies.
Have you watched Moonrise Kingdom?
No. Have you seen Beyond the Veil?
No.
You need to watch that. It's a great book. Oh my God, that's like one of my... Good book. The book is great.
Who's it by?
It's by, what's his name? It's the same author that wrote of Human Bondage. Have you ever read that book?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, Carrie. Speaking of, you know what? The whole audience, just so you know, earlier in this podcast, if you were paying attention, Carrie was shitting on my reading abilities, right? Yeah. And I have 2 books. I've read 2 books that she hasn't read that are great. So Beyond the Veil takes, oh God, I forget where it takes place. In Thailand, I think.
It is so good she remembers nothing about it.
I know, right? No, but it's a great book. You need to read it. It's an excellent book.
I need to watch that book.
You need to watch the movie because Edward Norton's in it, and what's her face is in it.
Is it Naomi Watts?
Naomi Watts. It's great. Yeah. So are you sure you haven't seen it? Because she's.
I might have seen it, but I just didn't. I'm not placing the name with the movie.
The book is good. It's very short. It's only like 200 pages, so you could zip through it. And it's probably, it might even be free to get from like, well, you can get it from the library, but like if you wanted to read it online or whatever.
I have a library card to an online.
Yeah. Beyond, I recommend it. It's great. It's a great book. I forget who the author is, but the author also wrote Of Human Bondage, which is another great one. Anyway.
I'm going to try the magic of my phone to see who wrote it.
Okay, look it up. Ed Norton in Red Dragon is great. But, I mean, Sir Anthony Hopkins, I mean, legend.
I mean, anyone...
Jodie Foster, another legend.
Any actor, Anthony Hopkins, who can play a character like Hannibal Lecter, and I sit there and think, he'd kind of be a fun dinner date.
Yeah.
Or I bet he'd be a really interesting therapist.
I mean, I think the man would be great because the man has range because he plays Hannibal Lecter, but then he also plays Odin in the Marvel movies.
And he played C.S. Lewis in Shadowlands.
Yeah.
Have you watched that?
No, I've heard it's good.
Yeah, it's very good. Have you ever watched the movie Circle of Friends with Minnie Driver? It's one of her first movies.
No, I've heard that.
Takes place in Ireland. Maeve Binchy? Is that how you...
Is that the author? That's the author who wrote it, yeah. No, there's lots of
I read the book. The book was good.
Most Irish writers are very good. James... Joyce. Oh my God. There's lots of them.
And there are other Irish people who have written.
I know. I'm just thinking. I'm drawing a blank. Who wrote Waiting for Godot? That was written by an author, Irish playwright. I don't know. Okay. I digress.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Much Madness podcast.